Hello and welcome back to the Geordie Pig Investor channel. So today I'm going to be going through my InvestEngine portfolio. So this is a portfolio that I have not been through before, and I'm a portfolio every single month, as I feel like I want to share with everyone my portfolio in here as well, be as transparent as possible, so you can not only see my Trading 212 portfolio and my dividends over there, but also see the ETFs that I've invested in over here on InvestEngine. I have got 6 different ETFs in my InvestEngine account, and if you've not used InvestEngine before, it is a platform that only solely has ETFs on it. But if you are into your ETFs or are looking to invest in ETFs, it is one of the best for fees, one of the cheapest out there, and I really can't fault it since I started with them. And there is also, if you sign up and I think you've got a deposit £50 to £100, you will get a free share worth £10 to £100. So something to consider if you haven't signed up already. But yeah, what I'm going to do today is just go through my portfolio, show you the different ETFs I have and how they are performing. So if I go onto the 1 month chart, we're just at the start of March here, but I'll be able to show you as far as February. So you can see I added £50 back in the middle of February once I was paid. You can see overall this month it creeped up slightly throughout the month, and I ended up with a plus £20 return, which was plus 3.65%. So actually a really good month. This account is great because I don't really log into it that often. It's pretty much a set and forget. And then if I'm wanting to invest a little bit more money, I'll jump on here and then I can actually invest it. So if I go through my different ETFs, the top one is my biggest position, so it's supposed to be about 35%, but at the minute it's up towards the 45%, and it is the Wisdom Tree Global Quality Dividend Growth ETF. The next one is the Xtrackers MSCI World Momentum ETF. So these are all factor ETFs in here, which is something that I found out about thanks to someone called Tom's Personal Finance. So I learned all about the factor ETFs on his channel. So if you haven't checked them out already, please do. Thanks to him, I created this portfolio and have seen really nice returns. So I've currently got £550 invested across the whole account, and I'm looking to pretty much not invest that much more until April. The reason being is because I currently have my ISA account over on Trading 212. And this account on here is a general investing account, so it's a GIA, which is absolutely fine for now because the amount that I'm making on it is nowhere near the amount that you'd have to make to be taxed. But if I'm looking to invest in this long term and looking to really build my positions up, I don't want to be investing in here, and then if I'm trying to sell out of some positions, start getting penalised on the tax side of things. And unfortunately right now you can only have one stocks and shares ISA account per year. But from next year, so over a month now, you'll be able to have as many stocks and shares ISAs as you want. So that means that I can actually create a stocks and shares ISA account on my InvestEngine account, which is going to be awesome. And the plan is to then move across into an ISA account so that I'm never going to have to be penalised through tax with my investments in here. But you can see my investments, I've had a really good month. You can see MSCI Emerging Markets made just shy of 5%. My S&P Small Cap made 2.8%. MSCI World Value made 3%. MSCI World Quality made 4.5%. The Momentum Tracker, which has been the best performer thanks to the likes of stocks such as Nvidia and Meta, has been up nearly 8% this month. And then my main one, the Global Quality Dividend Growth ETF, has performed pretty well, being up 2.46%. So that is it in the last month. Overall, if you want to see how much I've made, I'm up just shy of £50, which is just shy of 13%. And you can see I've made 11% on the Quality Dividend Growth ETF. I've made 23% on the World Momentum, 14% on the Quality World, 9% on the World Value ETF. And then on the small cap, I've made 12%. And then on emerging markets, it's lagging slightly behind it, just 4.4%. So my entirety of the gains on here was actually in the last month, and before the start of February, that was the only one that was in the red. And it is the only position that I'm considering potentially moving out of as well. And the different ETF that I'm considering swapping with the emerging markets is one called FRIN, or known as FRIN, and this is an Indian mid to large cap ETF. So it is still sort of an emerging markets ETF, And with this ETF, you can see over the last year, it's had phenomenal returns, being up nearly 27%. The last 6 months, 17%, 2% in the last month. It just seems to be growing and growing and growing. The fees aren't exactly that high either. I'm very happy to pay 0.19%. It's the lowest out of all the Indian ETFs. This is one that I'm thinking of adding into the portfolio. So that would be pretty much a straight swap for the emerging markets. And the only other ETF I was potentially looking at getting was one that's just been added recently to InvestEngine, and that is UC99, which is an American tracker quality ETF. So another one that I'm really looking into. So this is another one that Tom had been recommending for a long time, and I'm really happy to actually see it's been added. And now this is one that, because he's spoke a lot about it and he's backed it up with the great progress and gains that it's made over the last few years, I'm quite excited to potentially add this into the portfolio as well. But that would just mean rejigging my percentages between my different ETFs. So that would obviously mean that I'd have to have a little bit of a change around if I was to add that one in as well. So yeah, currently got 6 ETFs. I'm happy as it is. And like you say, I can't complain with the returns considering I've only had the portfolio open for a couple of months. So it's really, really good progress, and I hope it's going to continue in that way. So I'll probably add this £50 in over the next month or so, and then I'll do the final update on the GIA. And then the exciting times will happen from April onwards, where I can open up this ISA account here and have a second ISA account. And that is going to be so good to have, because then I'm not going to be worried about how much money I'm making, as none of it's going to be taxed. And I'm going to be able to really start investing heavily into here, and then be able to share these updates with you guys and let you know how these are going. The thing I love about this account, like I say, is just the fact that I can pretty much, it's a set and forget. So I never really log in here and check. I just put the money in, invest it, and leave it. And I know that whatever happens to it, I'm going to be happy long term. And I know that over a long time, there's a proven track record on these factor ETFs. On a lot of them, they've outperformed the S&P 500. So really, really promising signs, and they're already living up to the hype, because like I say, I've only had it a couple of months and we're up nearly 13% already. So something I'd really recommend you guys look into. And like I say, Thomas Personal Finances, the channel to go to if you want to see a bit more in-depth videos on each of them and why he has picked each one, and sort of the percentage breakdown of them as well. So yeah, something that I'm really, really happy I got involved with, and now I just look forward to being able to add more cash into here and then get that ISA open and really start pushing on from there. So I hope you have all enjoyed watching, and I look forward to you coming back for another video. This is the Geordie Pig Investor, over and out.